boy Stevie Jobber. It's your boy Dangerous Dude. The Dangerous Jobbers podcast. Play the one. The boy Stevie Jobber. Dangerous Dude. Stay dangerous.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's your boy Stevie Jobber.
It's your boy Dangerous Duke.
And welcome back to the Dangerous Jobbers podcast, putting wrestling over one podcast at a time.
Yes, sir.
And we have Royal Rumble predictions for you. But before we get into all that, there is a little highlight on Saturday you might want to see. If you missed it this past Wednesday, there was an open challenge. They're doing TNT open challenges. Chicken himself, one half of them boys, is TNT champion, is holding their TNT open challenge. Mr. Briscoe went out there, had a great speech about how he loves the TNT open challenges and the door's open for whoever's next. And on Saturday, he'd like to make the case as long as it's nobody from the Don Callis family. The lights shut off and music starts to play. There's writing on the Titantron spelling out Psycho. At one point, I was very unsure. And then the other half comes in and it's Killer. The Psycho Killer. Tommaso Ciampa. Free from WWE. Now peak Ciampa in AEW. Daddy's home. Okay, so if you want to see a real fight, it'll be the Psycho Killer versus Chicken on Saturday for the TNT Championship. And honestly, it's probably the match I'm most excited for this week. So, little bit of AEW in there before we get to the predictions. If you really want to see a match, Saturday, I fully believe Tommaso Ciampa intends to prove himself as a main eventer and a solid single star once again.
Yes.
To the people that may not have known and to the people like us who were crucially waiting for that moment to happen again. I think Saturday, after the Royal Rumble, because it'll be at 2, Collision will be at 8, 8 or 9, will be probably the best match of the night, regardless of what WWE does.
Absolutely.
That being said, let's get to the predictions. Women's Rumble. Duke, what are your thoughts?
I have high hopes for this. I have high hopes for this Rumble more than I have for previous Rumbles, mainly because they have more talent now between NXT, between Raw and SmackDown. I feel like they have enough of their own talent pool that they really don't need to rely on bringing in, legends or people from TNA. Now, would it be nice to see one or two people pop up, whether they're legends or TNA people? Sure, why not? Bring one or two people in, keep it a little exciting, but you don't need to pluck the legends like you did from previous years, from having like 6 or 7 of them in the match. But yeah, I'm keep it where they're at with just the talent that they have. I think it's going to be a good one. If I got to pick a winner right off the bat, I want Jordynne Grace because I want to see that Jordynne Grace and Jade Cargill Mania match. I feel like that would be a thing of beauty.
I think Jade's got a couple in front of her that are money matches. Jade Charlotte, Jade Jordan, and Jade against the woman I think may win the Rumble, who my money's on, Miss Bianca Belair.
Ooh.
I intend for her to show back up and possibly win the whole thing style like last year.
She'll be the first 2-time winner, right?
Bianca? Has Bianca won it already?
Yeah, Bianca's won it already.
Yeah, Bianca has won it already. Would she be the first woman to win it twice? I think she'd be the first woman to win it twice. I think you're correct. I think you're correct about that. And I wouldn't mind it. Yeah, I could see Bianca winning it just to have that fight with Jade. I think that was the fight we really wanted while they were doing the whole Bianca, Jade, Naomi thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got the surprise of heel Naomi. But I think the money fight there prior to that was definitely Bianca and Jade. So I think Bianca wins the women's rumble.
Okay.
I think it's I don't know. I think you're right, man. It's hard to predict who might be in it as a surprise because they don't really surprise no more. They
Mm-hmm.
really just kind of have the match. Um, if I was to pick some surprises, Rosemary's on her 10th anniversary. If you're gonna do a TNA girl, I would maybe throw Rosemary in there. Unless you want to just chalk up all the regular WWE TNA people, then maybe Dana Brooke,
Yeah.
maybe Dana Brooke. Um, I'll say from NXT, they'll probably pull out Sol Ruka again, which I don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully Jada Parker,
Yeah, I could
who I hope to
definitely.
have a great year after this.
Yeah, I could definitely see Jada. I could also see them plucking Lola Vice and bringing Lola Vice in it.
Yeah, yeah. As far as like a AAA TNA, I would definitely do Lola Vice. I would definitely do Lola Vice. Um, all right, let's move on to the first championship match of the night, the only championship match of the night, actually.
Yes.
Drew McIntyre is going up against Canada's own Sami Zayn, who has
Mm-hmm.
come out of the Fatal Four Way winner. We had predicted somebody different, but I think in retrospect, I don't know. You had said that in retrospect we should have read the tea leaves and knew this was coming.
Yeah.
Um, so we get Sammy and Drew. Does Sammy beat Drew in Riyadh?
Okay, so I'm gonna say no, but I'm gonna say this built Sammy to something bigger, and this will potentially push him further into main event mainstay because we've seen a lot of Cody in the main event scene. He's been like the top face for the last couple years now. And not to say that we need a new baby face, but we just need something fresh. And this screams fresh because Sammy's never really been in world championship matches aside from I think the one or two that he had with Roman during the
Mm.
whole bloodline thing. So I think this is going to be fresh for Sammy. I don't see him going over in Riyadh just because of how over he is. So I see Drew winning this. There could be some kind of kerfuffle with, Jacob being in the mix or Cody being in the mix, and it just Sammy gets lost in the shuffle and loses through that. So I could see something like that happening to where Drew can still walk out as champ, but not beat Sammy clean. Like if there's going to be some kind of kerfuffle that causes him to sneak one out.
I think the fix is in. I would agree with that. I think that my money would have been on Sammy, and my money was on Sammy to win the Rumble. I think
Mm-hmm.
my money would have been on Sammy to beat Drew had Drew not done what he did at Saturday night's main event.
Mm-hmm.
Had Drew not interrupted the Jacob Cody thing, I feel like it would have been Sammy. But
Okay.
I think sending the message didn't make any sense to me unless there was a payoff to that. And I don't think he necessarily incapacitated the two of them.
Yeah.
So I it the wrestling math doesn't add up if Sammy was to win clean. So I think some kerfluffle happens, the fix is in, and either they throw the whole match away before
Mm-hmm.
the ending to save Sammy, give Sammy that moment of he's about to do it, and then for whatever reason, whether it's Jacob, whether it's Cody, the whole thing goes awry. There's a whole maybe fatal four way fight in the ring, and maybe that moves to something else down the line. But Yeah, I think Drew goes over. Sad to say, and we'll probably have Drew then until Mania.
Yeah, because I
Um,
don't see him holding it past Mania.
yeah, I don't see him holding it past Mania. I feel like they put it on him to lose to a face at Mania, and they just haven't set up that face yet. If it's not going to be Sammy,
Mm-hmm.
um, but clearly Drew has his hand in too many baskets for this to go just a straight way like it should.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely think Drew comes out the winner somehow. Um, Before we talk about the other singles match, let's do the men's rumble. Um, I don't expect any surprises. Unlike the whole, I think one surprise. I expect one guy to show up that's not from the roster.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I hear ESPN has already ruined one of the returns, but you know, I won't bring it back up because I'm not that guy. But I did see that they probably already ruined one of the returns that we probably already knew was gonna happen. But
Yeah.
that'd throw a wrench in some things. I'll tell you this: I think Leon Slater from TNA shows up only because that's who TNA has been pushing. That's who WWE's been comfortable having on the shows on the main roster with Javon Evans. I see Leon Slater being their like one TNA guy. Um, yeah, yeah, because I was gonna say maybe Kazarian, but that doesn't make sense unless AJ was in the Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm gonna go Leon Slater. If there's anybody from NXT, it's tough. They called up all the good people, so there's really nobody from NXT to throw in there. That's a name that makes sense because they
Yeah.
had called them all up already, which I will say is weird since you could have waited 3 months. But hey, um, yeah. So I don't see anybody from NXT that might be perfect for that kind of thing.
Is
They
Saints
called
still
them
there?
all up already. Who's who?
Ricky Saints?
Unless you pull Ricky Saints, that's not a bad one. I can see Ricky Saints.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Ricky Saints. Maybe Ethan Page. Those are the two names I'll put up. The Cody friends.
Yeah.
the Cody
Basically the
friends.
Cody friends.
The Cody friends. Um, just because Ethan Page is doing stuff with AAA too, so it might make more sense.
I could see Mr.
Um,
Iguana coming up.
yes, Mr. Iguana. They're gonna do AAA, so they got to do Mr. Iguana.
Mm-hmm.
Um, who has the spot? I guess then the tail of the rumble is who has the spots, who's making the big moments in the rumble rather than what the surprises are going to be.
You know, I'm gonna cheat a little bit based off of what we've seen in Unreal, or what we've seen so
Hmm.
far in Unreal, and what we've seen from matches previous with this guy. I would not be surprised if LA Knight makes it to the final two.
Do we want to have that talk about LA Knight?
I mean,
Um,
I don't know winning. I don't see him winning because I don't think they're ever going to pull the trigger on him. But I feel like he'll make it to like the final, maybe the final four or the final two. But I could see LA Knight having a strong showing to the point where they're like, oh, damn, he might do this. He might pull this off. And then it gets pulled out from under him just as
yeah,
usual.
yeah. Um, Final two. I don't even know if I have a final four. Uh, it's my final four. Braun,
Mm-hmm.
Rollins, Kevin.
You think Kevin?
You think Kevin will be cleared?
No, I don't.
Medically cleared?
I don't think Kevin will be cleared. I could see Dom in the
Kevin
final
will be
four.
cleared. You think Dom's kayfabe in his injury?
Oh right, yeah, Dom's injured.
Well, they didn't strip him of the belts. It's tough, bro. It's a tough.
If Dom's there,
I
I see
haven't.
Dom in Final Four. Roman could definitely be Final Four.
Seth, Roman, Braun. It's gonna it's gonna be a yucky fatal four. Um, dude, Jay. I mean,
No, been there, done that. No,
I'm
thank you.
already disinterested. I'm not,
Yeah, no.
I don't know, man. Who's
Let's keep both the Usos away from the Rumble this year.
we'll keep both the Usos away.
Like we can have Jacob in the Rumble. That's fine. We'll keep Jacob in the Rumble, and we'll keep Roman in the Rumble. The rest of them, no, we don't. I don't want them.
Brock will be there.
Brock will be there. Yeah. Oh
Not that I
gosh.
like to include Brock in the Fatal Four, but it makes more logical sense than
Yeah, it's Riyadh, so they got to bring
it's.
Brock.
Is it gonna be a boring Rumble? This is.
Yeah. Is it bad that my hopes are higher for the women's Rumble than it is the men's?
I feel like no, that's not a bad feeling. I feel like the women's rumbles have been outperforming the men,
At least in
for
the last two
different
years.
reasons every years. For different reasons every year, because I felt like they were beating them in the rumbles when they first started because they had a lack of roster, so
Yeah.
they had way more surprises. And
Mm-hmm.
then after they had enough to fill the roster, I felt like they were just having better matches. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I
I
definitely
mean,
intend for the women's match to be the better Rumble match, and for the men's match to be farly more theatrical, especially after the first like 15 guys come out.
I want to see who has the unfortunate luck of drawing number 19 because usually whoever's number 19 is somebody who gets fired within the year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you go back in Rumble history from like the
Oh,
mid
definitely.
2000s, it was usually whoever's number 19 most likely gets fired. Like the one year Braun got fired. The one year who was it? There was a good few. And then it was
Does
funny.
Braun show up in the Rumble? I don't want to cut you off, but does Braun show up in the Rumble?
Breaker?
Braun, no, no, no.
Oh, Strowman.
Strowman, yeah.
He's
I mean,
getting
he was on the cooking show for like,
yeah, and he also just got shredded. Like he got back to his like strongman days.
which is crazy because he's been doing nothing but eating if you watch TV.
Yeah,
But
like but if you look at his like social media, he's down to like 7% body fat. So he's shredded again.
dang,
Braun got
dang.
shredded. So
I wonder
I
if he
wouldn't be
can
surprised if they
handle
give him a
coming
call for the
back.
Rumble.
If he does the Rumble, is he just doing the Rumble?
Yeah, yeah. I don't see it. I wouldn't see
Yeah,
him coming back for a
man.
long period of time. I feel like
Why? What is that?
I
Are
feel
they
like
just
he's
gonna?
good.
Are they retiring him? Are they like ambassadoring him? Is this the
I would say
Titus
so. I
O'Neil
mean,
way of just never showing you on TV again? Really?
well, I feel like if it's one of those situations with him where he was making too much money for what they were using him for, and then I mean the dude was making bank, so they probably just
Yeah.
figured, yeah, you know, we're gonna have to let him go, and then when we need him, we can call him, kind of thing.
Hmm.
So I'm not mad at it. If they want to bring him
Like
back for
that,
the Rumble,
maybe.
yeah, yeah, why not? To pick a winner,
That's terrible.
I would. My money's on Seth, to be honest, because I feel like
Your money's on Seth.
yeah, because ESPN already ruined the surprise. Thanks a lot, Ryan Clark. But so I feel like we can get Seth to win. That way we can get the actual main event match 1-on-1 at Mania between him and Punk.
Yeah, we
I,
did. We were talking about them having one left in the tank.
yeah, and I feel like you have enough skin on that enough skin on the meat there that you can milk another match at Mania.
Hmm. Yeah, I think there's definitely enough there to have another one, and it to be everything we thought it would be. I think the one on Raw just it didn't do it all for me. It wasn't
No.
it. Um, so yeah, they need another one to really put the stamp on it. Um, okay, I'm not mad at Seth. I don't. Yeah, man, I don't have a dog in the fight because unless it was Gunther in the Rumble, I really didn't know who was a shoe in to win this year. Nobody seems right.
Yeah.
You know, Roman's been on a weird arc but Roman's hardly around. So it's not like his arc of like nobody thinks I can do it alone.
Mm-hmm.
What does it equate to if you really aren't doing anything? You don't have enough. You don't
I
have
don't.
enough story for it to make
Yeah, I
sense.
mean, and
You see
quite
what I'm
frankly,
saying?
I'm not mad at him doing the part time thing. The dude beat leukemia. Like
Yeah,
he's trying to get into Hollywood. He carried the WWE when John was gone. So
yeah.
let
I
the
don't
man
mind
do
him
his
being
part
part
time thing.
timey. I'm just
Yeah,
saying I don't think where Roman's at in his part time career,
yeah.
story wise,
Mm-hmm.
he's in any position to win a Rumble.
No, not yet.
I'm sure they'll figure out a WrestleMania story for him adjacent to that,
Yeah,
but I just don't see it in the cards this year. It doesn't make any sense. But honestly, it doesn't make any sense for anybody to win the Rumble
that's why I said
this
LA
year.
Knight could have
That's
a
not
good.
Gunther or maybe Seth. Yeah, or maybe Seth.
That's why I said LA Knight. I could see him having a strong showing because that's basically what they do with him now. They make him the strong showing guy. Like, do we push him? Do we not? Do we
I
push him?
don't
Do
know
we not?
how many. I'm waiting for a moment where LA Knight is in there and Cardona's in there. And I'll tell you this: if Cardona gets more of the pop than LA Knight, I don't see this going. That may be the last match that LA Knight is that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Just because they don't press the trigger on LA Knight, and how many years are we gonna keep bringing him up there and bringing him up there? How many times is Abyss gonna produce a match where he's about to be the guy before somebody that we want to be the guy comes along, like a Matt Cardona, and we're all like, I'd rather have Matt.
I think he's. I think with him, LA Knight is Cesaro because the same
That's
thing with
all.
Cesaro.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
It was
Go
the
ahead.
same thing with Cesaro. They always did the little tease of we can push him, we can push him. They just never pushed him, even though he was over as hell and everybody loved him. They just never did it. I feel like he is the Cesaro of this generation of WWE or this
I
era of
agree.
WWE, I should say.
I agree with that sentiment. I fear that you can only be the veteran guy that really gets the crowd that everyone wants to win for so long until some better version of that comes along.
Yeah,
And honestly, LA Knight in that role, stay with me here. It's got to get really like layery, but you can only hold that role for so long before like the guy that kind of paved the way for that role shows up.
yeah,
You know what I mean? John Cena could only be John Cena so long before Brock Lesnar comes back and then suplexes you 13 times at SummerSlam and then you're gone. You're no
mm-hmm,
longer looked at the same. So I don't know. The feeling that Matt Cardona was LA Knight at one point. Not and honestly it had a way more organic gimmick.
yeah.
So I just don't know how many more times they're gonna bring LA Knight to that place
Especially when we have Matt.
when you have somebody that knows that role, has an original character that people don't have to criticize or compare to,
Mm-hmm,
and wants to be champion. Like Cardona's not coming back to be Cardona again. Well,
mm-hmm.
coming back to be
Be
Zack
Zack
Ryder again.
Ryder.
He wants that next level. So you got two guys that everyone wants to win, that are both super faces, that both talk well, that both
Yeah,
are kind of heely but are face showing. And I just feel like Cardona's got a little more star power in it than LA Knight does.
yeah,
And I agree that this could be that match for LA Knight, but I just don't know how many more times we're gonna do it with LA Knight when you
yeah.
have people around that they brought back that are really perfect for that role to press the button on.
Yeah, I feel like
I don't know.
this is do or die for LA Knight in 2026.
He's gonna have to have a really good showing, or he's gonna have to leave. Like I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know. Hopefully, he doesn't come out at 19.
Yeah, right.
Okay. That being said, you got Seth winning. I really don't have anybody. I'll double down with you. Let's go, Seth. Um, Now the prediction for the last match, very important. I now think we're on the same page. I think we're on the same page before, but I definitely think we're on the same page now.
hmm
Um, and it makes it a little less emotional for me, and I'll tell you why. So the last match on the card, hopefully the main event, probably not. They'll probably do the men, but the match I feel like should be the main event. And I'll be honest, if the third match is the men's rumble and the last one is and this is the main event, then we all know what's happening.
Yes.
Um, so be careful booking because if you do put this match last, then we're all gonna know what happens.
hmm
Um, but let's discuss Gunther versus AJ. Now there's a lot of different stories to tell here, but I will say this, and then I'm gonna give it to you. AJ has reportedly trademarked the phenomenal AJ Styles.
hmm
And for those who know, that little difference between the phenomenal one and the phenomenal AJ Styles, very big difference. Very big
hmm
difference in time frame and what that could mean potentially. He's also, re-established the trademark for P1. That's no surprise. But the phenomenal AJ Styles trademark, that's important.
Yeah.
And for that reason, Duke, I'll let you go.
Yeah. A lot of history tied in with the that specific variation of phenomenal gimmick. Uh, a lot of TNA ties to that one. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like just based off of that alone, I feel like we're getting to that point in time where we have to start saying goodbye to some legends. And we already said it to John. I think AJ might be the next one on the docket. And I'm surprisingly somewhat okay with it just because it's building this Gunther legend killer gimmick. And what better way to be a legend killer than saying you ended John Cena and now you're ending AJ Styles? You're ending two of the biggest names of an era of wrestling, the two goats of their era. So I think this is great that it's happening. AJ can potentially go elsewhere and finish off his career with friends or finish his career off in a place he built from the ground up. Whichever he decides to do is, whatever he decides. And this builds Gunther up into that legend killer gimmick that he could go into Mania
Mm.
and potentially fight the original legend killer. I feel like this could set up a path where Gunther rides into WrestleMania against Randy.
Mm.
Last year, they made the big deal that Randy didn't have a story in Mania. He had no opponent. You ain't doing that 2 years in a row with Randy. Randy's going to have something with some meat on his bones. And Gunther screams that. Gunther screams
Yeah.
big money fight. Randy and Gunther, I think they've already had a match. I believe they had the match for King of the Ring. I think they were the King of the Ring finals. And that match was phenomenal. No pun intended towards AJ, but that match itself was great. So I think, how do you one up that? Put it on the biggest stage at WrestleMania where everybody's going to watch.
I don't think you're wrong. I don't think you're wrong at all. I think the path of the legend killer Gunther is gonna go through Randy at Mania.
Mm-hmm.
I think that started with John is gonna continue with AJ. I do think AJ leaves. I do think AJ retires from WWE
Mm-hmm.
and then leaves. I don't think he retires though. I think his speech that he made Friday, Monday.
Monday.
I think the speech he gave Monday um, was not a lie. I don't think he necessarily meant it for the people on the current roster. Um, but I do think the nod to that ambition is going to be story thread for later. If you can follow me here,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what leads to. I think selfishly, it led to Punk versus AJ, just to have those last few really epic matches before he hits Gunther and
Yeah.
gets out the door. Um, but I think his goal of becoming champion after Gunther beats him and retires him from WWE will run through TNA. I think he has a fantastic last run of the year from February to the end on a different show where they can give him the run that he deserves, the
Yes.
run that he needs, and he can clash with some key people in his career that all make sense since you really don't have any more to run through on the roster. Mine was gonna be Finn, but even he's fought Finn once before, so
And he
I
just
don't know.
interacted with him on Monday. Like they just had their interaction at the end of the match.
Yeah. So yeah, with Finn doing that whole thing for AJ, whatever. That's weird. I don't know, and it feels like y'all could have went. I don't know. I don't know. It's not for now, I
Yeah.
guess. But yeah, I do believe AJ loses at the Rumble. I do believe he goes to TNA. And I will say for all the news reports that were just putting that out this week, I called it.
Mm-hmm.
I've been called it. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
I called it. Go back a couple pods. I knew before y'all knew. Catch up. But yeah, I definitely think AJ goes to TNA and has the run, his John Cena run in TNA where it makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, it's just gonna be, and I'll leave you with this: if he does lose to Gunther and then we don't see any AJ Styles by Slammiversary, I'll probably come back on here with tears. But it is what it is. Um, but no, I fully expect for him to finish his run in TNA and have a hell of a year. And I really hope. Again, I keep saying it. I know it's a pipe dream. Just bear with me. I really hope Gunther also finds a way to take out our truth in that time, so he can be on loan to TNA, and we can get Ron the Truth Killings in TNA,
Mm-hmm.
just to amuse me and all of the 2000s fans for like 1 year, bro. Just put them on loan, man. Y'all weren't even
Yeah.
gonna use them last year.
Just call
Like, just
bring in Pac-Man Jones with him too.
yeah, man. Whatever. Like, bring in whoever, and just give us Ron Killings one last time. I wouldn't mind Gunther beating our truth as Ron Killings and putting him on loan to TNA. My God, that would be awesome. Anyway, pipe dream.
Mm-hmm.
I know they're gonna leave a lot of time for AJ after the match. Luckily, I won't have to cry after that because I know he's going to TNA now. But yeah, that'll be emotional for the strictly WWE people
Yeah.
that really don't even understand how big of a legend y'all are losing. Like, and when he can still go.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's gonna be a moment. It's gonna be probably the best match of his career, which is gonna be perfect leading up to Randy Orton. Probably the only one that could give him a better match, and I don't think he will, but it'll be damn close.
Yeah.
It'll be damn close.
Absolutely.
Um, does he retire Randy? And then
No.
we'll cap it. He doesn't
Uh,
beat Randy. No Randy
no.
at WrestleMania.
No, we are not retiring Randy. Randy is gonna like Deadpool said about Hugh Jackman being Wolverine. He's gonna do this till he's 90. Randy will do this till he's 90.
I don't
I
know,
am
man. He
putting
got a
it in.
bad back, man. We don't know. We
Hey,
don't know.
no. I'm putting it into the universe. We don't need the RKO anymore. We can get some punts in. Save the
We can get
back.
some
Yeah, we can get some punts in. It's okay.
okay. Okay.
We are
I
not
can see
losing
that. I
Randy.
can see him. I can see him beating Gunther so that they can take it to SummerSlam. I just don't see Randy getting away, and I do need
No,
you to understand that.
we
I don't know if it's
no
gonna be retirement. I don't know if it's gonna be retirement, but
no.
I do think that Randy could get away this Rumble, and
He
then
will
they
be
have
here
to do it
forever.
again at SummerSlam. But I do believe that the clock is ticking
Nope,
for
no, it
Randy
ain't.
Orton.
No, it is not. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you
Hey,
dare.
I won't take you out of that denial.
Yeah, no.
Um, but man, what do you think the Rumble is gonna be? I'm telling you now, like I said before, I think Rumble's gonna be. I don't have high expectations. I think match of the night is gonna come from AEW a few hours later
Yeah,
than Raw.
yeah. Um,
Honestly, I've never been more excited
look, so
for a match on a Saturday pay per view.
my
That's
my
not WWE.
my expectations is expect chicken shit and hope for chicken salad.
And hope for chicken salad. And if you don't get it, wait until collision,
Yeah,
because
and
because the pop Tommaso got, the way that house blew up for him.
look,
My God.
I'm going in expecting a 3 and I'll be happy with a 5.
Mm,
And
I
if I
like
get it,
that.
and if I get
Out of 10?
anything out of 10, yes. And if I get anything less than a 3, I know in a couple of hours something better will be on, and it will have and it will have alleviated my spirit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I definitely have a great chaser for the shot Gunther's going to put through me. Um, but yeah, I give the. I'm going to start with the expectation of a 5. If they can get anywhere above a 5, I will be impressed. I will come back and be like, man, they really shut me up. If they
Mm-hmm.
didn't, I will be back on here telling you they did not shut me up. It was exactly what I expected, and we will be doing most of the pod on Tommaso Ciampa.
Basically, yeah. If the Rumble was basura, we will be talking about Tommaso Ciampa
We
and
will be
chicken.
talking about Tommaso Ciampa. But that being said, man, I hope you've enjoyed the predictions. I hope you've enjoyed us joking around. And if you're still here, I hope you're clicking the link in the description, or you're subscribed. I mean, we've spent a half an hour together by now.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're all
you've got to
friends
be
now.
interested. I mean, yeah, we're friends now, man. Like, come on, hit the thing, man. Anyway, I've been Stevie Jobber,
I've been Dangerous Duke.
and this has been the Dangerous Jobbers podcast. Please stay up, stay blessed, and Duke as always.
Stay dangerous.
Oh.
It's your boy Stevie Jobber. It's your boy Dangerous Dude. The Dangerous Jobbers podcast.